Hello and welcome back to the darkened forest of the Norselands. Whereas Ulrich, getting straight into the action, you awaken. It's dark.
Ah!
It's pretty cold.
Duh!
You
Duh!
can feel someone kind of wriggling against your chest a little bit.
I rise out of the earth.
Lord Ulrich
Has risen. I
rise.
come slowly out, the Imperial March playing.
Dun, 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 dun. So you rise out,
Probably
or
pulling Sasuke with me, I'm assuming.
slowly elevating upwards.
Mhm.
Before eventually you take your form. Sasuke kind of bursts backwards, that kind of shaking her hair, letting everything, all the dirt and shit fall out. And again, you can see as she does it, that kind of plume of feathers in the back of her hair kind of moves all with it again.
Smirks at her. The feathers really are a good look.
She kind of takes half it in over her right shoulder, kind of pulling at it, pulling like you can see lumps of like what look like clay, literally just straight out of her hair, and Winston a bit as he yanks bits and pieces of it out. Yeah, sure. It's just getting used to it. She puts her hand behind the back of her ear, and you can see she's wriggling and just pulls one out.
There's her small smirk. If you store enough of them, perhaps you can make a dress.
Well, I doubt they're going to be going anytime soon.
Well, now you have something to create from it. Adaptability. Give her a little smirk.
Smiles but rolls her eyes.
Now, where is your sister? They look around.
You look around.
I mean, looking at the freshly dug in earth as well.
Yeah, that word you just used, freshly dug,
Yeah.
because there was a nice, well patted down kind of grave that you dug. Well, it seems that it has been dug out again.
Mm-hmm. He'll begin switching on his eyes to his beast, looking at the tracks essentially, because I imagine she's not fucking subtle in the slightest.
Oh no, there's no subtlety here. I'm even going to give it you for free. You can see the footprints. They lead off into the woods.
Dudes, look at Saskia. Your sister's eager.
He doesn't say anything. Just continues pulling clay out of her hair.
Be gentle with her the first time. Her embrace was very much different to yours.
She just nods.
He just picks himself up and begins to follow, essentially. Follow the footprints.
You begin to follow. You can track them pretty good. You do actually, in fact, lose them a few times, kind of getting lost in encircled a bit. But you keep to the track. You can see the deviations and where the steps have been. These are not planned steps. They're just almost panicked, to say the least. You follow them. They lead a while, quite a while. It seems to be north.
Mm-hmm.
And you see it way off in the distance, just in a bit of a clearing. You see something moving.
He begins to approach slowly at first. But picking up speed, once if he recognizes who it is,
Well, you look. You can see quite clearly that there's long, ragged hair, kind of brownish dress. If you can pretty much tell it's probably going to be the girl.
Yeah, he approaches slowly, slowing down his speed.
When you get close, you can see she's got what seems to be a few animals, quite a few animals. You know, deer, rabbits, pretty much anything that was anywhere close that wasn't fast enough to get away. Just kind of piled. I would say piled, just kind of scattered around this little bit of a clearing. Now there's just trails of blood all up the side of the trees. There's viscera spread out from organs that have been cut out, and it's just a mess.
You just slowly approaches, his feet taking careful steps in the dirt, waiting for her to probably snap and turn when she hears him.
She's on her knees. You can see that clearly. Looks to be a deer in front of her. And she's got it right, over the top of it, around the neck kind of area.
Good. You can hunt.
When you do say that, yeah, you make yourself known. She whirls, and you can see that look in her eyes. They are just feral. The blood splurred all down her mouth, all dripping down her chest, all over her clothes. It is not feeding blood. This is just blood bath, essentially.
Mm-hmm. He
She's effectively just covered in it.
stares at her hard again, propping himself up to a more powerful stand. You know the way fucking wolves do. You know what I mean? It's essentially, I am the bigger threat than you. Back down. Poet posture.
Roll me a perception alertness.
I booked a few dice, but I got 3 successes. I got 7, 10, and 9.
Sweet. So you look at her and you stare at those eyes staring back at you, and you see almost before you they begin to shift. They go from that kind of hue of a brown color to a more milky white in the middle. And the pupils inside begin to go from that very round to a more slender kind of slit down the middle. And you see she blinks a few times and she just kind of falls backwards.
Take another careful steps towards her slowly. Kneeling down in front of her. It's all right.
She scrambles back.
Raises his hands. I'm not here to hurt you.
That furrows her brow looking at you.
My name's Ulrich.
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 You see her eyes dart to the left a little bit.
Just look over his shoulder slightly.
Yeah, you see Saskia just there, appearing out of the woodwork.
That is your sister. Saskia.
My sister's dead.
This is a different family you'll have.
She looks down at her hands.
Don't feel ashamed for hunting. Don't feel ashamed for killing her when you had to survive.
Why do I feel so cold?
That's the start of it.
As Ulrich. Now that she mentions it, you feel that kind of shiver go down your spine a little bit. The hairs on the back of your neck stand up. Something just feels very, very fucking wrong.
He'll stand up and take another step towards her, extending his hand slowly out towards his.
She scrambles back to until she hits the tree.
Let me see your hand.
Why?
So I can figure out why you're so cold.
She just stares at you.
You see, some of us have different things that come with this curse, that come with what we are. For example, he'll click out his fangs and she'll see the serrated fangs. Like the jagged, horrific looking things. And he clicks them back in. Some of us have things that we carry as part of what we are. Let me see your hand.
She holds her hand out.
You reach to touch it.
Ice cold.
He keeps a hold of it as well? Does the ice transfer onto his fingers, or?
No, but she just feels ice cold.
Hmm.
And when she does, Ulrich.
Mm-hmm.
Courage.
Ooh.
You still feel it. You feel it big time. That is when she touches you properly. Your hands kind of the hairs on the back of your hand kind of stand up on end from the that kind of cold. They're reacting to the even you're cold, but she is just stone cold. And you kind of look at the hand, and look back up at her, and as you do, those eyes as they look at you, that your hair is on the back of your neck. You feel that shiver run back down your spine again.
He just lets go of the hand very slowly, cracking his neck. It's quite a stare.
I don't know what you mean.
You have quite the stare now. Your eyes.
And she looks at Saskia.
You look over at Saskia as well.
All right, perception, empathy.
That's 3.
Yeah, you can see faintly, but she, the kind of lean forward, kind of move the neck forward and twist it to the right slightly. The shoulder rolls a little bit. Yeah, that just sends a shiver up her spine too.
Like I said, you've got quite the stare.
What does any of this mean?
It just means something that's transferred when the embrace was complete. It's what the gods give you.
She just nods.
For example, you put his hand in the blood, looking it down at the reflection. I can see exactly what I am in every water, in every reflection I see.
What are you?
I'm a gangrel. So are you. So is she. You are my child.
I don't even know you.
No, but you will. For I gave you a choice and you accepted. I swore to you something. Do you remember?
She takes a minute. She looks at you. And again, courage.
One.
You feel it. There's muscles tense in your back as her gaze kind of looks over you. There's eyes piercing, and something just feels really fucking wrong. As that shiver just goes back up your spine again, like someone's tracing a finger. Ice, cold finger.
To continue this conversation, perhaps it's better if you look down for a bit. Otherwise, we might have a situation that would get interesting, and you're young still.
She looks down.
Until you can control your stare and gaze, practice it. I don't think this is out of shame. I think this is a lesson. Do you understand?
She nods, very shallow, but still nods.
I gave you a chance to gain revenge on the people who slaughtered your family by giving you a new family, by giving you the strength and the will. We are as old as this forest, even older.
Stories. I've heard the stories.
You're one of them. We came too late to save your village.
She nods again.
But the sacrifice they made will not be forgotten through you.
No.
Good.
No. Roll me a courage again.
Okay. What's my willpower again? Oh, no, courage. Blah, blah, blah. Boom. Nope. This is fail, though.
She's looking down. Like, she is looking down. She's looking at her hands. Her knees are kind of pulled up. She looks nowhere near you. As you can't even hold it back anymore. That kind of jitter a little bit. As you feel it. It's almost like someone literally just took an ice cube and just run it down all your spine. Every hair on your back stands up on end, and something just feels so fucking wrong.
Yeah, he lets out that. I mean, Ur's got a very powerful roar. You know what I mean? So he lets out that snarl, looking around. It's a deep, guttural, primal snarl. Probably makes the birds jump out of the trees as well, I imagine.
Oh,
you know
yeah.
I mean?
As you kind of snarl around it, you hear it echo a little bit as it reverberates off the tree as the birds fly upwards. You can hear the wings flapping and batting against the other parts of the trees. Any escape to get away. Saskia takes a kind of jump backwards, and you see the girl. She kind of curls up even more as you react in the way you do. And is that just lingering feeling? It doesn't feel right.
Stay there. Do not move. Am I understood?
Yes.
Just stand up. Again, not meaning to be so harsh, but yeah, it's getting to him. He'll walk again over to Sasuke as calmly as he can, but you can feel that rising tension in him. And just say very quietly, "Do you feel it too?"
You can even see she visibly kind of no, not doesn't crack her neck, but almost rolls the top part of her spine a little bit. Yeah. Oh, I feel that.
It's not when
Something.
it's not when she looks at you. I thought it was the eyes at first.
Something is very wrong.
Perhaps. When did you start noticing it?
I don't know.
Did you start thinking slowly? It's nothing that we can't handle.
Maybe it's a sign.
Sign of what?
I don't know.
Just takes an even breath. Girl. Fuck it, I'll say it.
That's
Fuck
it.
it.
We're going there. It's gonna be you or me. So you took it. All right, you shout it.
Yep.
She looks up. I say look up. She pulls her knees up, hiding behind them, looking up at you.
Do you have a mark on your body at all?
I
Any distinctive tattoos, markings, anything? Now is the time.
She kind of pulls down her like what she's wearing a bit, really showing her like right collarbone. You can see there's a tattoo there.
Stare intensifies.
Oh, all right. That is a tattoo of the Morrigan.
Yeah, yeah, he's just double checking it's not the fucking symbol thing that they've been
No,
seeing.
no, it's a pretty symbolic tattoo.
Actually, the Morrigan, oh shit.
Mm-hmm.
I know that. Where did you get that?
Why?
Answer me.
Looks down.
Takes a breath. The person who made me had a similar one.
As she looks back up, you feel that chill run down your spine. And not as intense, but you feel it. My father.
And who is your father? And how did he know a god like that?
We all know them.
It's a little bit of a growl.
My mark for coming of age.
I see. Then you are very similar to the one who made me, ironically. What is your name?
You see, she kind of looks down for a minute. Doesn't say anything.
Why are you afraid to tell me?
I don't know you. Don't know what's going on.
You turn and look at Saskia, actually, because this is, again, it's always a lesson. Saskia, explain to your sister what we are and who I am.
And Saskia, you see her visibly taking a breath. She'll walk up very slowly. Kind of hands open. She'll kneel down in front of her. We are Gangrel. Yes, you understand that. We feed on the blood of them. She points to the village. The sustainers. Cursed, but yet given gifts. We are the ones who stand with the wild. He points at you. Is Ulrich. Your sire. He gave his blood into your dying body, that you may be granted on life like myself. And we are his children. As you, again, you see her like kind of roll her shoulders a little bit.
You may not know us, but we will know you. You are one of us, and you are of my blood. And we are your people. Now.
She looks up at you. Doesn't look up at Saskia, just kind of ignores her and looks up at you. And this is where I make a fool of myself. How the fuck do you say her name?
Sinan.
That's it. Why I look at that and like, that doesn't work. Yeah. She looks up at you. Sinan.
Nods his head. Sinan. Let's take you home.
She nods, kind of the trailing nod as she looks down again.
Stand up.
Starts to pick herself up a bit.
Now follow us. We're journeying back to our territory. You meet the others. But do not show fear. You're of my blood.
And she nods. She'll, kind of head lowered, but still begins to follow you.
He'll keep he keeps an eye on her, but again, he walks ahead right beside Saskia and will look over at her. Helena will know more. Perhaps it's a condition like Sif's.
I'm sure she will.
Gives her the dad stare like, I fucking saw that. You know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? Do you know the one with Tommy Lee Jones in the newspaper? Do you know what I mean?
Yep.
Saskia,
Yes.
now is not the time for comments such as that.
Hush.
Especially the jealous kind.
I'm agreeing with you.
Fair enough. All right. I won't fight it.
That's a first. As she walks off and starts, kind of chucking some things back in the back of the cart.
Rubs the back of his head like, I have two of these women to deal with. Do you know what I mean? Oh, Ulrich. He'll look back at the girl. No, it's a girl. Sit up in the cart. It'll be easier on you.
She nods again, head to the ground, kind of arms and hands in front of her, clasped together, just kind of fiddling with her fingers a bit.
You can look up. It's not your eyes.
And she looks up. Courage.
Yeah, it's her fucking eyes.
Is it?
I don't know. I don't know what the fuck is up with you, you fucking...
Nope, you're fine. But you feel it again.
She can see him. He's like,
It's not that it's not terrifying. It's not like that. It's just courage is the best role for it. It's not that it's terrifying.
It's just eerie.
It's just something does not feel right at all.
Yeah.
And that, her stare, it's not cold. It's not wrathful or anything like that. It's just something about those eyes. Just, it just makes you go, that shiver trigger almost. It's like, it's unnerving, even to you.
He just shudders a bit, but he presses to keep looking at her because that's his child. You know what I mean? No. I'll look at it. You know what I mean? Girl. You know what I mean?
Yeah. She just looks at you like quite, with an innocent expression on her face.
Sit up at the cart. It'll be easier on you. Tell me if you're hungry.
Yes, sir.
No. Don't call me sir. Ulrich.
Kind of lip quivers a bit. Yes.
It's all right.
Ulrich.
It's all right to be frightened. I was frightened the first time too.
She just nods again. Starts clambering up on the back of the cart.
He won't look at her directly in the eyes as he leans against the cart. But don't tell Saskia this. She was even more frightened than you were.
She doesn't say anything. She kind of gets that, like, as she breaks eye contact with you, her head goes down a bit again. Not fully, but the eyes dart downwards. And she doesn't really pay attention to that comment. She just got more focused on clambering into the back of the cart. When she does, she gets one of the furs and then just kind of huddles under it.
Let me know when you're hungry. Or something's wrong. All right? I'll be right here.
I will.
All right. You look to Saskia and, basically sing like, stop the cow. You know what I mean?
Start the cow?
Start the cow, yeah.
So Saskia pulls out the keys, puts it in the ignition, the cow moves.
Fucking cows, yeah, he'll probably just slap the cow forward, getting it moving. And he'll take a look at the fucking destruction that probably fucking goddamn Bruja has left.
Well, it was really only you kind of turn and look back behind you, considering where you're stood. The grave's there in front of you. You look at it, that tree pulled out from the roots. Pretty big tree. Pretty, this nothing. This is kind of something this a storm would take to rip out this tree, and it'd have to be on its last legs, kind of thing. And she just ripped it clean out the ground and threw it. It kind of bent and snapped a few of the smaller trees, but overall, it's not really done much. But she is nowhere in sight.
Just nod to himself. She can find us, man. That fucking yeah. He'll just say that girl couldn't fucking track. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, I'm not as worried about her as I am worried about this fucking thing. He'll start walking at the back while Saskia walks up front.
And you walk, you follow the path. Saskia taking point, watching her in the back. She's kind of huddled on her side, kind of sat. It's kind of the lying sat up thing on her side.
Oh yeah.
She's looking off to her right, which is your left. Just kind of staring, unblinking.
You call out. Where are you from? Well, you won't say where are you from. You'll say, what are your skills? Do you sow, hunt? Fish?
She turns and looks back at you. All of them.
Impressive. Do you play any instrument or sing?
There's a delay before she shakes her head.
Nods. Do you know how to use a bow?
Nods.
Good. Good.
I was taught to survive.
Nods to himself. Indeed, I can tell.
I earned my mark.
I'm sure you did.
Nods.
Do you have any questions for me?
Why me?
You looked exactly like I did. The first time. You fought exactly like I did the first time. I wanted to give you a chance.
She just kind of nods again, looks down.
Your people didn't deserve that kind of death.
Does anybody?
Only the ones who give themselves into something.
And that's what you are.
What?
One who delivers it.
If they present the option, yes. I grant them a choice. Mercy or death. If they choose death, I will take it.
So like a judge.
Nod slowly, in a way.
Is that what we are?
Some of us are, yes. Some of us are more sentinels. Some of us are beasts. Purely wild and untamable. They are uncontrollable. They will kill incoherently, with no remorse or pain, and not a want for what will it bring with them. The sentinels remove themselves far out in the woods, never troubling anything. And people like me, we watch and we judge, and we intervene when necessary.
And she
We are
nods again.
more. We're more than just beasts.
Not a beast.
No, you're not. You're more than that. Gives her a soft smile.
She's not looking up.
You'll have to sleep near where I am in the first few months. The sun will kill you.
That she turns up and looks. She turns and looks at you.
It's for your own safety.
Courage.
God damn it. Damn it, Cinna, with your weird ass, freaky ass stare. Yeah. 2.
Yeah, you feel it again.
Cracks the shoulders like. It's for your own safety.
Yeah, if she turns to look at you, you roll your shoulders enough that it cracks. And as soon as you do that, she just looks straight down again. And just, shortly nods.
I'll teach you how to manage effectively in the sun to build a hovel from the sunlight.
Are there many of us?
A few. We all are a pack. I am the beta. Tira is our alpha. And there is one that she's not per se us, but a similar. Like animals in different breeds, if you understand.
She nods.
She is a good woman. She will help you in whatever questions you ask. So long as you treat her with respect.
Nods again.
When you're old enough, we will venture back into villages. For now, I want to get you accustomed to the woods. Villages can be dangerous for one so young as yourself.
Yeah, she again silently nods. Almost like she's just processing it. The cogs turning, she's just staring down at where her feet would be if not covered from the fur. As she does, and then you say that sentence, you can feel it. Not as much again, but that kind of tracing along the back from shoulder blade to shoulder blade.
Your sister will help you as well. You two must learn to rely on each other.
Again, she just nods.
Any questions you have?
Nothing.
All right. Just nods to himself. Keeps looking around. Just waiting for a sign of fucking Delilah, essentially.
Well, you look around. You're in the middle of a bit of a forest. Not too thick, dark, naturally.
Calls out to Saskia. Any sign of her?
Nothing yet.
It's unusual.
Tell me about it.
He keeps it unsettles him a bit, as he keeps wandering and walking. Probably call out to Saskia, how close we're to the nearest village or you know what I mean. Any distinctive landmark that Dahlia could have used at the speed she moves to fucking hide herself from the sun.
Oh yeah. And you walk and you trudge through. And the girl, she kind of again resumes the position she was in before. They're kind of lying on it, this time on her left side rather than the right side, curled up, just staring outwards into the woods.
He's actually going to summon a bird, actually, and get that to scout ahead of the road.
All right. You
So
can
it's
definitely do
charisma,
that.
charisma survival.
I believe so. Let me double check. Yeah, fuck it, why not?
Ooh, I got 3 successes.
Uh,
7, I think it is.
this 6.
Oh, then I got 3 anyway.
Mm-hmm. Let's see, how lucky are we today? You get 5 crows coming up to you.
They'll probably land on him. Like, he'll extend his hand out towards them as well.
Yep, they come and they land. Like 2 of them land on your arm, the other 3 land on the back of the cart.
He'll look at the 2 in his arm. He'll say animalism. One of you, he'll give a description of Dahlia, and he'll, she is cold. And he'll look into the woods. Will you look for her for me?
You asking the crow that?
Yeah.
It kind of takes a few steps up your arm, takes a few steps back, kind of calls at you. And it begins to take off.
He turns to the second crow in his arm. Up the road. See what's there for me.
And that one will take off.
Then he'll just look to the other 3 and say to the girl, there's food there if you want them.
She shakes her head. Kind of still staring off to your right.
Food. You shout at Saskia, gesturing up the crows.
You see the crows, they begin to move towards the front.
Mm-hmm.
All 3 of them fly.
Advance.
And you see Saskia. As they land on the shoulders, one of them lands on her arm. She just grabs it by the throat and just bites into it. It flutters in her mouth a bit as she just drops the dead one on the ground.
You're welcome. You just hear him call out. You hear him call out, smirking to himself. You're welcome.
Drops the second one. You see her wipe her mouth. I thought we were being inconspicuous.
You could have said no.
Shouting like this is going to reveal our position.
I've sent a bird up ahead.
You can see her shaking her head.
It's good to shout every now and again. He'll smile back at her.
Really?
You should do it more often.
You always seem to pull that face when I shout. Or say anything.
It's because I'm not used to your angry face.
Not used to any face.
I'm used to many of your faces.
Just because you're a grumpy old man.
Just because you're a grumpy young woman.
Doesn't say anything, bites into the third bird.
He's like, yeah, that's right. Well, man got some fucking return,
You see the dead body of a bird coming at you.
Oh, shit. I reckon he just probably gets bombed.
You can react to catch it or what,
Yeah,
it's like a tennis ball coming towards you.
Yeah,
you can see it.
You just catch it. That's very funny.
I enjoyed it.
Good. I'm glad you actually displayed humor once in a while.
Says the old tree himself.
Throws the bird back at her.
She doesn't even look back when she catches it. bites into it again.
Plenty of joy, Grumble. Plenty of joy, fucking.
It's like, what was that?
Nothing. I was
Hmm?
discussing something where that doesn't
Oh,
involve you.
really?
Mm-hmm.
With yourself?
No, I was talking to your sister, actually.
Oh, were you?
Mm-hmm.
Sounded like it.
Maybe she just chose not to respond to me.
I wouldn't blame her. Throws the bird off to the left.
Looks at again, Sinan again, see how she's responding to the two of them shouting at each other.
She's just staring.
I'm not an old tree. He'll say into the cart.
It's kind of like blinks a little bit. Like she's almost like kind of took her out of like whatever train of thought she was on. She turns and looks at you.
I'm not an old tree, like she says.
Courage.
But
You'll get the gist eventually.
just don't fucking talk to her.
Yeah.
two successes.
Yeah, you feel it again as she turns and looks at you. It doesn't feel right. Doesn't. It's just wrong. She looks at you and there's kind of furrowed, confused brow. No, you're about at least a few years older than I am.
Chuckle. Oh no, I'm really not.
Raises an eyebrow.
I am. It's been 40 years now. Maybe 50.
He kind of furrows a brow a bit.
You're immortal. He'll climb up into the cart, but he's not sitting like where her stair is. He's sitting beside her, if you get me.
Yeah, well, she's looking at you.
Mm-hmm.
You get closer to her.
So long as nothing actually kills us, we live, well, in theory, forever.
Is this true?
Why would I lie?
Lies and stories are two different things.
It is true. I. It's been 50 years.
You don't look a day
No,
older than 18.
Saskia, she's 10. Yeah, must be 10.
After. She kind of taps the side of her neck.
Nods.
Nods, nods as well.
I know some people who are nearly 1,000 years old. If you believe the stories.
Is it always painful?
Not for some. For me, always. It's my burden to bear. And I'm sorry.
And she just nods again.
For you, when you drink from something, it will be mostly pleasure for them. For me, I only bring pain.
But why? Why does it work like that?
Like poison. Numbs the body. Makes it easier for you to drink, like any good spider would. If you understand.
But why is yours different?
I don't know. You could spend your whole life wondering that. Perhaps it was Perhaps I was given this as a reason to be an example for others. Or perhaps whoever made me was just that bit much more mean. You say, smirking slightly.
She still doesn't look up, really. But she nods.
He slouched down, so effectively he's not sitting down. He's kind of sitting down on the floor, kind of his back up against, like, the wooden board. Like watching, waiting for the crows to come back, essentially.
Oh, yeah. If you don't say anything more.
No, he just lets her sit in silence. He doesn't want to overbear her.
Oh, no. She kind of returns back to her position, looking out away from you, in fact. So her back's towards you.
Mm-hmm.
Well, half towards you. She's on her side.
Mm-hmm.
Eventually, you feel the cart stop. It kind of cracks, the wood splintering as it comes to a stop.
Climbs out very slowly.
You see Saskia's kind of pulled the reins on the front.
Everything all right?
Seems our friends left a message.
Loops around to the side, comes around the side, walking up towards the front.
You see in one of the trees, about 7 foot up, there's one of the crows impaled by arrow.
Why does she do? He just stares at her. What? What is her obsession with the bird?
And you hear from your left, towards, the cart's on your right, you hear towards your left. Because I don't like being followed.
I was making sure you were safe.
I can take care of myself.
The bird, I'm not even...
It's a bird. There's plenty more.
Yeah, well... Nothing. I'm not... No. You got some... Do you want to meet her?
Me too.
The young one.
Looks at Saskia. I've met her.
The other one.
What other one?
Come on.
What have you done?
I embraced her.
Embraced her.
The woman I buried.
Embraces an eyebrow.
You saw me.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Come to the back of the cart.
Kind of raises both eyebrows, like, all right, and starts walking towards the back of the car.
You turn and look at her. Do want to ask you something. You know more than me.
Well, yes, but go on.
Is there any of our conditions which makes a presence feel like something shooting up the back of our spine? Not quite fear, but unsettling.
Some are rumored to have it.
You walk around and you'll gently say, not looking into the carpet, say out loud, Sinan?
She turns and looks.
This is a friend of mine, Dahlia.
So we're friends now.
Yes.
Smirks. And she'll lean forward. into the card a bit. Sinan. What a lovely name. She, stares back at Dahlia. Yeah, there's that. It's more the. You can see it in her eyes. It's from that kind of softness she's had. It kind of gets more intense, like a frightened kind of thing. Nothing to fear from me.
She's a friend.
I say, Ulrich, you have found yourself something very interesting.
Yes, and she's my child.
That she is. That she is.
Yeah, it's all right, Sinan. Go and rest.
She huddles the fur back over herself. And again, rolls onto the side, staring
Yeah,
out.
he'll close the fucking sheet, the tarp over her as well. So like, Dahlia's not fucking eyeballing her, and Sinan's not eyeballing her either. You know what I mean? It's easier on fucking everybody, and he'll turn and walk at the back again. Probably Dahlia, probably flanking beside him. I would imagine.
Oh, yeah. As Saskia starts to cow up again.
Any trouble?
Trouble?
Anything I should know then?
Nothing. Nothing at all.
Nods. We'll have a talk with her about what she saw at the village later, when she's a bit more together. Sinan.
Oh. Yeah. Whatever you say.
You alright?
Me?
Yes.
I'm absolutely fine.
Just after last night you seemed... It's nothing.
What's nothing?
I was worried.
You worried about me?
Yes. However much that delights you. As he's walking.
Oh, this just gets better and better.
You can rub it in my face all you want. But
I will.
I was concerned.
Oh, was the little wolfie gonna miss me?
Why are you leaving?
Maybe.
Well then, leaving us to fight the good fight alone? Surprising.
Did I say that?
You said you were leaving.
Did I say I was leaving the fight?
I don't know.
No. I told you. What are we gonna do?
Kill them all.
What are we gonna do?
He's not looking in her direction. He knows she's gonna get excited.
She grabs your arm.
We're going to kill them all.
And she gets right up in your face. Yes. Kill them all.
I know.
So why would I run?
I was asking out of concern. I never mentioned running.
So tense. Should relax.
I was trying to relax, but somebody is enjoying teasing me.
Not teasing.
Teasing.
Not teasing.
You're totally teasing.
This is teasing. Grabs you. She grabs you.
Braces.
In that area.
Yeah, he stiffens.
Something to say?
No.
No?
No.
Squeezes.
No. Let go.
Of what?
You know what. You know exactly what.
Let's go. Smiles.
Rubs uncomfortably, like, thank God for fortitude. That wasn't teasing.
I thought you were all. I wasn't mated up.
I am mated up.
Exactly, so why would I go teasing?
He gives her this look like, really? It's just so, like, Tom, the most incredulous look he gives her, like, you've been pouncing! That type of stare.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
she looks at you like genuinely questioning it.
And then why were you leaping on me?
I don't know what you mean.
Oh, well, we're going to conveniently forget that happened.
Forget what happened.
You leapt on me three, I believe 3 times now.
Looks you up and down. Too young.
He stops. What is this?
He kind of takes a few steps forward and stops, looks back at you. What?
What is this?
What is what?
The behavior change.
Raises an eyebrow.
Denying things that are happening, not remembering things that are happening. What's happened?
Perception, empathy.
2.
Her eyes. They're still that kind of weird green. But they weren't. They're kind of that swirling dancing behind them before. There's nothing.
You kind of walk up slowly towards her.
She kind of pulls her head back as you get right in her face.
Your eyes are different.
No, they're not.
They are. Your eyes are very different.
What's wrong with you?
What's wrong with you?
Can you? Just kind of puts a hand on your chest and gives you a light shove, just to like step back a little bit.
Eyes narrow, like suspiciously. It's written all over his face. He's like, this is some sus shit.
What?
There's something wrong.
Nothing is wrong.
There's something wrong.
What is wrong?
You're acting different. Your eyes are different. Your attitude is different. All in one night.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You just let out a whistle for Sasuke to stop the car.
The cart stops. Sasuke pokes her head out from around the front.
Come here.
She comes over.
Do you see that? What I'm seeing?
Stands in front of Dahlia. Looks at her. Squints. Squints right up in her face. You see Dahlia's head kind of retract. Something wrong?
Her eyes.
Yeah. What's wrong with your eyes? And again, Dahlia narrows her eyes a bit. What is... I don't know what you're talking about.
Her eyes are different.
No, they're not.
He'll kind of gesture over. Like, I imagine there's puddles and stuff like that, because Norway's not exactly a fucking dry country.
Yeah.
He'll point down at the puddle. Look at your eyes.
She'll walk over, looks in it. As she gets on her knees, looks at herself, kind of pulls at her eyelids. What?
Your eyes used to have a glow about them. Your eyes used to burn. They used to have this wild glare, and now they look dead.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Turns to Saskia. Didn't they?
She nods.
You don't remember anything. You don't even remember most of what's gone on. Certain things are suddenly blocked out from your mind. That happened. Apparently, turns to Saskia, that leaping on top of me never happened.
And frowns. Looks at her. You definitely leaped on him. If I did something like that, I would at least remember it.
Why would we lie? What gain would we have?
I don't know. What game do you have?
Nothing. What game do you have?
Nothing.
Then something's wrong.
I woke up. And I thought I'd get back on the trail. Back to Hackenham. Till I see a bird circling overhead. I don't like birds.
All that over a bird.
What?
The changed behavior. The changed eyes.
What's change in behaviour?
Turns, looks at Saskia. Her behavior's changed, hasn't it?
She nods like, fucking freaky.
Turns and looks at her. Like, turns, looks back at Delilah. Like, I don't know what you want me to fucking say.
What do you want me to say?
Something's different.
I don't think anything's different.
Something is noticeably different.
And clearly you've gone mad.
Point to Saskia.
The both of you've gone mad.
Why? Or maybe we're right, and you're just not willing to admit it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Let's go back to Hagen home. Let's look at Saskia. Start up a card.
Saskia nods and jogs to the front, hops on the back of the cow, puts the keys in the ignition, and starts it.
But yeah, no, Orica just start walking, noticeably ignoring fucking Dahlia, because this is some freaky shit, man.
She kind of walks beside you. She looks at you. What do you mean it's different? What's different?
Everything.
What's everything?
Turns and looks at her. Before I actually enjoyed our banter, I enjoyed the look in your eyes. I enjoyed talking to you. Now it feels completely like I'm talking to a different person.
What do you mean?
It's as if you changed in the blink of an eye. And I don't know what reason, but it's not me who just has noticed it. Whereas before, as much as sometimes you irritated me with your teasing, I enjoyed it. Now it just feels like we're your enemy. You turn and keep walking ahead.
I came here to help you get back. And this is what you give me.
Turns and looks overhead. I sent the birds out to look for you because I was worried. And this is what you give me.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Shakes his head and just keeps walking. Like,
Ulrich.
What?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You keep. There's a stop and a turn. Say it again.
I don't know what you're talking about.
When did you stop knowing what I was talking about? What exactly happened last night when Saskia and I slept? Where did you go?
She kind of furrows her brow a bit. I don't remember.
How can you not remember?
The last thing I remember was I was singing. Singing. And, she holds out her left arm. Cut my arm on the blade.
Where did you wake up?
Bottom of a village. An old cellar of sorts.
The bottom of a
Buried
village.
myself in there. Must have.
Or someone buried you.
No one would have buried me.
There was no one left in that village.
Not that. No. Not that village. One. She kind of holds her head. About 12 miles that way. Points south.
We're gonna take you to Helena. This doesn't feel right. Is he turning to walk?
Ulrich,
Yes.
what's going on?
I don't know, Dahlia. Suddenly you can't remember? You wake up in the middle of a village, buried.
Just feel so lost.
Why?
Something's missing.
Your necklace?
She taps the side of her pocket. You know, it's there. She kind of does pull it out. Puts it back on, and it hangs.
Watches her slow, like suspiciously.
Something else.
What?
I can't even remember what.
You talked about your sire before.
I raises her head up. Who?
Your sire.
Blinks.
You don't remember him, do you?
Who?
Your sire.
What's that?
But yeah, you know what I mean? You're the inception
Yeah.
noise.
Oh.
Do you know what you are?
Dahlia.
Dahlia the Bruja.
And raises an eyebrow.
Then how did you know about her condition? points, getting really close to her face. When I asked, if you don't know what a Bruja or your sire is, how did you know?
Just felt wrong. I don't know. Like I know, but I don't know.
We keep walking at the back. You start walking up towards the front.
And she kind of stares at you for a minute. She starts walking at the back. She makes her way to the front.
Yeah, he moves right beside Saskia, and like, I mean, the look on his face is the face like the Inception fucking horn just wailed off and is like right in his eardrum.
Yes.
She doesn't remember who she is. Doesn't even know what her sire is.
Oh. Fuck.
Yeah, this is suspicious.
So what does that even mean?
Some of us have the power to remove things from the mind.
You don't honestly think.
Turns and looks up at her.
No.
It's a possibility.
It's a possibility. It's not. Look, we've seen how she fights. If something was really going to get hold of her like that.
It was done to me. Before. And you've seen how I fight.
Yes, and she's a lot better than you. I'm sorry, but she is.
Stares at her like she's faster than me. I mean, like, okay, way to fucking jab the knife in there, fucking Saskia. Stare.
So, now is not the time to worry about your wounded pride.
I'm saying it can be done.
Yes.
You've seen how intense her looks get. All apparently they have to do is look you in the eye.
So what do we do?
Pick up the pace.
Rather than just hope we get there. She doesn't remember what a sire is.
Pick up the pace.
She doesn't remember what a sire is, Ulrich. We have days.
I know.
We can't get there.
Let me send the bird ahead.
You're going to have to figure something out. You're going to have to figure it out quick.
What? Am I supposed to jumpstart her fucking memory?
It seems like that's probably the only
option. How in the bloody bleeding guy turns and looks at how in blue fucking blazes.
I don't fucking know, do I?
Well, how? What?
Well, what? Well, let's think about it. Right? And she kind of like turns around, looks, like, kind of pulls him out the way off the side of the road so she can't see them. Think about it. What's missing?
She has her necklace. She has her sword. Singing.
Well, what about singing?
The last thing she remembers is singing.
Right.
I've heard this song before.
It is a... Yeah, it
Sing it.
Old...
Sing it.
It's an old wives' tale.
But sing it. I cannot sing. Just bloody sing it.
You bloody sing it.
I
don't know the words.
Kind of what? You don't know the words, but yeah, you know it's an old wives' tale.
I know it's an old wives' tale. Have you not heard that tune before? Everybody knows that tune.
Whistle it.
She kind of, as she's walking, like looks up, like, and starts awkwardly whistling it. He's... What?
He tries not to laugh at the awkward whistling noises, like, "Rrr, rrr, rrr." Like the moment is very serious, but I can imagine comedically, like in the distance, they probably look completely batshit insane.
What?
Nothing.
Well, you tried better.
I do have a lute. I know the tune.
You have a lute. I fucking
I've always had. I have a lute.
That's the plan. You're going to serenade her.
She hummed the song before she did.
You look, the look on Saskia's face as the Metal Gear Solid exclamation mark goes above her head. I'm going to serenade her.
I'm not going to serenade her.
You're going to serenade her.
When did the song might trigger the memory to Ulrich's going to get in there, translate for you? Why would you think I'd do that?
She'll probably die otherwise.
What? She's going to die if I don't get in there? What? Why does your mind think of such things?
I mean, if she can't think of who her sire is, and doesn't know what a Bruja is, likely she doesn't even know what she is. So when sun comes up, you try and bury her alive. How do you think that's going to go down?
I'm getting the loot. He's walking back towards the back of the car.
You walk back round.
Yeah, I do.
And you clamber in the back of the car. You say, the Sinan looks up at you. You know, she's actually up rather than, kind of lying on her side.
He'll pick up the loot, like move some things over, move his bow over, and pick up actually, it is a very nice loot. That's the thing. It's nice. You know what I mean? He picks it up very slowly.
Raises an eyebrow.
Do you know the melody?
You
start to go, the dun 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 dun, the beginning of it.
This is where Tom has to get the song.
I have it here, Tom. I was ready. I was fucking ready.
I'm glad you're ready. I have it now. I have YouTube open, so I'm always ready for that shit.
I have the original. Is it the Colleen one or is it the actual one from The Witcher?
They're both the same.
I think the one from The Witcher. That was the one I had.
As far as I know, Caroline actually did it first, and then she did it for The Witcher.
Oh.
Yeah, fun fact. That's what I believe. I don't know if it's a fact though. But yes, that's fine. It's the same song sung by basically the same person, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, you play it. Actually, let's have a dex performance.
I actually have decent dice for this.
I'm good. I'm glad. So let's see it. Let's see your decent dice. Let's see some success.
Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4. The fucking loot, Tom. I told you.
That's it. As you start to hit the loot, you hit those notes. And you can actually see Sinan's expression. It softened slightly. Like she's had the kind of like, not the judging stare, but the kind of like, I'm not sure what's going on, anything, and stare. As the kind of resting bitch face a little bit, because she's just like, I don't know what to do. And when you stop playing that, it softens. I know that song.
Can you sing it?
And why do you need? Why do we need a song?
Why do I know the song?
Why do we need a song?
Sometimes it even really alleviates some of the things that we like to think about with one. Sometimes it's just nice to hear music in the night.
Yes, I can sing it.
And sing. I'll play.
And yeah, do you start to play?
Yep.
You start to play. I'm guessing you look at Dahlia, who's kind of
Yeah,
walking.
like he'll turn, like in the music video for the Eagles of Death Metal, just turns dramatically looking at her. Do you know what I mean? As he's playing.
Look, all I'm going to say, Torna,
Her clothes don't come
is
off.
is you joked about this moment a
Oh
lot.
my god, the loot! Oh no, the loot!
As you start to play the lute, Sinan, it's kind of awkward at the start as she's finding the tune, but she starts to sing, and she sings. It's good. It's not amazing. Dahlia's. You've heard Dahlia sing, and she could sing that one song. She could sing it almost perfectly. But she's not bad. She's really not bad. And it begins to fill with more confidence a little bit. As you look at Dahlia, roll me a perception empathy.
Two.
Beautiful. Oh, the smile on my face. As she's kind of walking, she looks at you, raises an eyebrow, like, what the fuck is he doing? What? She raises an eyebrow. And she looks at Sinan as she begins to sing. And I'll let you in to see that those now soft, almost empty eyes, they almost begin to, like, crack a little bit. In the sense that she looks like she's almost about to cry. Almost. As you can see she rubs her, like, the inside of her nose on the left side a little bit, just underneath her eye. There's a speck of blood on the end of her finger as she does. And then she looks up at you. Ulrich.
Mm-hmm.
Those lost eyes. Guess what?
Like reignite or some shit.
You can see. Yeah, they were kind of that faded green. They're kind of almost a natural color green. That hazily brown. It's almost like they've been reignited. As you can just see the kind of whole full green hue whole over the iris. As you just see them almost reignite, like a flame bursting out of a hut or something, just roaring, consuming. As you see the pupils narrow, the expression hardens, and that smile, that smile widens. And you know what she does?
Oh no. What?
As she's walking with the cart, she hits the buckle on her shoulder pad.
Oh no. Oh no.
She pulls off her boots, drops them on the ground. The laces holding up her shirt. She pulls them undone. And the trousers, they slip softly down the side of her legs. You don't even notice. But Sinan has stopped singing. Is more gasped at this point. And as you continue to play the lute, almost gobsmacked at what's happening in front of you, you didn't even realize that Dahlia had picked up singing. And when you finally kind of just stop, the cart stops. You stop. Dahlia stops. And that smile.
Hello, Dahlia.
Did you miss me?
Of course I did.
And now she gets to play dirty. So I need to check her sheet for this. You know what, I'll just roll this, it's easier.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ.
Fine.
Ha! Ha! I don't know what that means, but ha!
Oh, so she doesn't do well with that. You can't go say, of course you did. You don't really change your expression too much. As she narrows her eyes at you, and the smile grows wider. As she's just going to roll a straight appearance subterfuge. Is hilarious because she's now trying to literally just seduce you because she's got to that point.
She's trying to get the Mac on, and Zorik is awkwardly playing the lute rapidly, like. It's two.
That's two. So she kind of she kind of got her breast covered, down, her hand down to her lady region.
What is happening?
Her right arm that's covering her breast, kind of just goes down and covers just down to her, meeting her other hand, revealing her breast. She kind of pushes them together, leaning forward. And she bites her lip.
Action. Side chat, Tom. That's literally Ulrich's like face, like bro, staring. Hmm. Nadia, what are you doing? Like, it's noticeable that like he's like not staring but totally fucking staring. Like he's even starting like the loop begins to go like you know what I mean? As he like awkwardly like stumbles over his words. Um um but that was a great song. That was a great song, yes. Great singing, Sinan. Totally not staring, but staring.
Raises an eyebrow.
He's like looking at it like, oh no, I'm trapped. Do you know what I mean? Because if I get out, she's gonna pounce on me. If I stay here, she's gonna stare at me. Now I have her staring at me. You know what I mean?
You know what she does?
Oh God, what does she do?
That little bit of wisp that's hanging out in front of her face, she just very gently just moves it out the way with one of her hands, kind of taking it down her eyebrow and just rolling it down to the back of her head, behind her ear. And the lock, Torna.
Jesus.
The lock.
Oh God, Ulrich doesn't know what to do. Ulrich EXE is literally stopped working. I don't even know what to do. Fuck me. How is Sinan looking at me?
Sinan looks so fucking shocked at something. Like, what just happened?
You said the thing stopped, right?
What thing? The car? Yes.
Where's the...
Well, you have to choose your action, choose how you're going to react, and then we shall see.
He awkwardly sets the loot down. You know what I mean? Actually, no, he keeps it up like a defensive shield. No, fuck that. He sets the loot down like a defensive shield. It's like, I'm safe if I keep the loot above my face. And he would just say very calmly, as much as I want to. And I want to. Very badly. I can't.
And as you kind of say, as you want to very badly, Ulrich, what you see next
Oh, mother of God.
startles you. As you kind of, your eyes kind of go down to just look away, a split second. Next thing you know, Saskia is on top of her,
Oh, shit! Oh, shit!
and they are on the ground.
Oh. Oh. You mean like on the ground, like fighting or for fucking?
It is. I'm going to say that with this display, it would be wise not to question Dahlia's passion ever again. The amount of passion she's putting into this right now.
Kind of just stares at it. Like a head tilt.
Oh yeah,
Well then. Looks over at Sinan.
hiding under the blanket.
Oh my God. Kind of just awkwardly get out of the cart, like, just gonna mosey on by. Don't mind me.
All over each other.
You kind of stare and watch. Oh. Oh no. Oh fuck, actually, it's Saskia doing it. Oh shit.
All right. And with that, then, where we shall end this scene.
Oh God.